Everyone knows liars touch their nose, avoid eye contact, and fidget nervously. There's one problem. Almost all of that is wrong. Most people detect lies with 54% accuracy. That's a coin flip. Even FBI agents? Only 60%. But there are science-backed ways to detect deception. They're just not what you think. Today, the real psychology of lying. What works, what's BS, and how to actually tell if someone is lying to you. What doesn't work? Myth number 1, liars touch their nose. The Pinocchio effect, crime shows, your uncle at Thanksgiving. Dr. Paul Ekman's research, no consistent nose touching in liars. Some people touch their nose when nervous, some when thinking. Many liars never touch it at all. Why the myth persists? Confirmation bias. You remember when it matches, forget when it doesn't. Truth, nose touching does not equal reliable indicator. Myth number 2, liars avoid eye contact. This is backwards. Research shows practiced liars increase eye contact when lying. Why? They know you expect avoidance, so they overcompensate. Also, cultural differences, social anxiety, autism, shyness, all create less eye contact. Avoiding eye contact does not equal lying. Too much can be more suspicious. Myth number 3, liars fidget and act nervous. Nervousness does not equal deception. Reasons for nervousness: high stakes, fear of not being believed, anxiety, false accusations, and some of the best liars are ice cold. Psychopaths, practiced deceivers, zero fidgeting. Fidgeting is a terrible indicator. Why we're bad at detecting lies. Reason number 1, the truth bias. We're wired to believe people. Society requires trust. We want to believe, especially people we care about, so we miss lies. Reason number 2, cognitive load. Liars juggle multiple tasks: creating story, monitoring your reaction, suppressing truth, maintaining consistency, controlling body language. Problem? This load doesn't always show externally. Depends on skill, preparation, stakes, personality. Reason number 3, individual baselines. Everyone's different. Some people are naturally anxious, expressive, stoic, or fidgety. Without knowing their normal behavior, you can't detect changes, and changes are what matter most. What actually works? The 7 real signs. Sign number 1, story inconsistencies, most reliable. Truth equals remembering, lies equals creating. Created stories fall apart. Details don't add up over time. Story changes when asked differently. Can't answer unexpected questions. Too much or too little detail. Technique: ask open-ended questions, then ask same info different ways. Liars' stories shift. Truth stays consistent. Sign number 2, verbal distancing. Liars create psychological space from the lie. Listen for that woman instead of my wife. Mistakes were made instead of I made a mistake. Avoiding I statements. Vague references, the incident, that situation. Why? Subconsciously separating self from lie. Sign number 3, microexpressions. Involuntary facial expressions, 1/25th second before conscious control. Watch for expression doesn't match words. Asymmetrical expressions, real equals symmetrical. Emotion appears after words. Challenge. Requires training, but extremely reliable if you can spot them. Sign number 4, voice changes. Stress affects vocal cords. Higher pitch, faster or slower speech. More like pauses mid-sentence. Throat clearing. Why it works. Voice harder to control than words. Sign number 5, timing delays. Honest, immediate reactions. Falsely accused, instant denial. Liars. Micro pause before responding, deciding what emotion to show. 2 perfect rehearsed responses. Watch for reaction speed. That pause is the tell. Sign number 6, over-explaining. Paradox. Liars give too much detail. They're trying too hard to convince. Nervous about silence, filling every gap. Truth tellers. Give necessary details, then stop. Comfortable with simple answers. Sign number 7, baseline deviation. Most important. The foundation. Know their normal behavior first. Phase 1, neutral questions establish baseline. Eye contact, gestures, speech rate. Phase 2, sensitive topics, watch for changes. Example, usually fidgety becomes still equals flag. Usually calm starts fidgeting equals flag. The behavior doesn't matter, the change matters. Without baseline equals guessing. With baseline equals actual detection. Professional techniques. Technique number 1, strategic use of evidence. Sue. Don't reveal what you know, ask open questions. Let them commit to story. Present contradicting evidence. Why? Liars are trapped. Must admit or create more lies. Honest people adjust naturally. Technique number 2, cognitive load. Increase mental demands. Tell story backwards. Liars struggle. Truth tellers can do it. Ask unexpected questions. What was the weather? Interrupt. Ask to start over. Liars give different details. Why? Liars already maxed out. Adding pressure breaks them. Technique number 3, unanticipated questions. Ask about peripheral details they couldn't prepare for. If claiming at restaurant, what was background noise? How was lighting? Why? Liars prepare main story, not peripheral details. Honest people were actually there. The context principle. No single sign equals proof of lying. Why context matters. High stakes, interview, court, even honest people seem nervous. Relationships. Lying to stranger versus spouse equals different stress. Personality. Anxiety, autism, psychopathy all affect behavior. The approach. Look for clusters, multiple signs together. Verbal distancing plus story inconsistencies plus voice changes plus baseline deviation equals flag. But even then, this is a flag, not proof. The truth. Even professionals max out at 70 to 80% accuracy. Perfect detection is impossible. Use these as guides, not gospel. What you need to know. What doesn't work. Nose touching. Eye contact. Fidgeting. Nervousness. Myths. What does work? Story inconsistencies, most reliable. Verbal distancing. Microexpressions, if trained. Voice changes. Timing delays. Over-explaining. Baseline deviation, most important. Professional techniques. Sue. Cognitive load. Unanticipated questions. When you suspect lying, establish baseline, neutral questions. Ask open-ended questions. Listen for verbal patterns. Watch for deviations from normal. Increase cognitive load. Look for clusters. Consider context. Trust gut plus verify facts. Best detection equals science plus context plus evidence plus intuition. You won't catch every lie. Some people are skilled. Some contexts are complex. But now you have actual science instead of myths. That's significantly better than 54%. Use wisely. Use ethically. The nose thing? Myth. Baseline deviation? Real science. Now you know the difference.